I hope you're having a great day. I'm Brian Inskip, founder and president of MyBuyerListing.com. I'm here today with Bill Utenage, co-founder, and we're going to share with you some really cool stuff about the real estate industry, a new platform, a new concept that we discovered as agents ourselves. And Bill, I know whenever I'm going to learn from somebody or take advice, that I want to know that I'm getting it from a credible source.
Exactly.
And do a little background on that. So to share a little bit with you about myself, I've been a real estate agent for the past 4 years. In that period of time, built a team and reached the top 7% in production in our marketplace. I've had the opportunity to learn and train and mastermind with some of the best in the business, some of the greatest minds out there, and it's really been a study of the real estate industry. And you've also had a very successful career. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. As Brian says, I'm a full-time agent right now. Been in the business 10 years. Came in as a standalone agent, and over the years have been fortunate and blessed enough to be able to build a highly productive, successful team where we average over 100 houses a year. And I'm currently still in the business today, managing our team and running the listing side of the business. So I get the same pains and questions and concerns that you have as agents, as I still have the same ones as being actively in this.
Yeah, and so today we're together to share with you this new platform and this new concept that we found a need for as agents in our personal business. And as we looked around, we noticed that we weren't the only agents with the need or that could benefit, that every agent out there that we ever encountered had the same problem and most of the time didn't even know it.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you some background on that, as well as present you with a solution that if you apply that into your business, you're going to have a bigger and better business.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
So I'm excited to be able to share that with you. It's MyBuyerListing.com. As simply as I can put it, what we've created, Bill, is essentially a buyer MLS.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the way we look at that as going how does it match up? We look at it as almost in the sense of Match.com for real estate, and it's a platform that hasn't existed as far as we know, right? Up until this point, we've done a lot of research on that.
So, Bill, our goal early on with this project was to create huge value for real estate agents while solving a problem that we ran into in our own business. And I mean, it's great to have a new system and exciting new technology, but ultimately it's got to go back to what somebody wants, So as you've been out there talking with agents, what is it that real estate agents want?
After talking with different agents about real estate and being an agent in this business and being in it full time, is it's really about three things, I think. One is, how do we generate more sales right into our business, which obviously gives us more revenue. Two is, how do we leverage our time? Obviously we talk about money and time, and we can make more money, but we can't make more time. So how can we have systems in our business that allow us to be able to free ourselves up to enjoy the things that we want to do in life? And number three is really, how do we give such client satisfaction and to make our clients happy so they'll refer. As we know, happy clients will refer, and that just keeps that business coming.
So more leads and being able to do that based on clients that you already have, creating that leverage.
Exactly.
So that you're not having to necessarily spend more time to do it. So you get more sales without more time, maybe even reducing some of the time you currently have to spend to develop the business you want, and ultimately allowing yourself to provide better service to your clients.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and there's a number of other things that agents want. Those are top three. I've never met an agent that wasn't somewhat interested. The biggest challenge that we have in real estate that I've seen as an agent and being out there talking with agents is the fact that we only market half of our business, which is our seller listings. Do you know of any agents out there, aside from MyBuyerListing.com, that are effectively marketing the buyers that they're working with?
Yeah, none that I know of or have talked to, and even for us, we haven't until obviously this platform came along.
Yeah, and so that's what MyBuyerListing.com is about. The buyers in your real estate business actually carry huge marketing potential to allow you to attract new clients in, provide that higher level of service, and do it based on clients that you're already working with, so you don't have to even necessarily spend more time out generating more leads, It's just a whole nother funnel or resource of marketable clients that you can use just like you would a seller listing.
Right, exactly.
So, Bill, I could talk about this all day long, but I'm a visual guy, so let's just take a look at how this works. So, as you can see here, most agents are split about 50-50,
Right.
Buyers and sellers. And if you look at this model, what we're doing right now is we eliminate the buyers as marketable assets in our business. We don't use them as leverage to continue building our business. That leaves us just with the 50% of sellers to produce the number of sales that we want. So what we've done with this system is we've unlocked that other half of the formula, which is your buyers, and given the platform for agents to market them systematically, because that's why they haven't done it before. They haven't had the tool available to do it. So now you get to use those buyers. If you look down here, that allows you to now create more leads because now you're using buyer and seller listings as opposed to just seller listings to feed that lead funnel, so you're able to produce more leads as well as more sales, which ultimately, what agent isn't going to want more sales?
Yeah, exactly. It's great. Okay, Brian, so we've talked about what it is that agents want, right? We've talked about the challenges that exist for agents to basically get what they want in that. So how does My Buyer Listing take that want and that challenge and to give that agent a result?
Absolutely. Well, My Buyer Listing, it does what we just talked about and provides that platform that's systematic and very efficient that allows you to market the other half of your business. So it allows agents to create a buyer listing for their clients, what we call a buyer listing, and now have a platform to market that to the public, get it out in front of consumers, get it out in front of other agents, incorporate it with the other marketing that they're already doing, and provide a very unique way to attract more clients into their business. Because at the end of the day, what does every seller want, Bill?
They want a buyer.
Absolutely. And so the buyers represent a very powerful marketing tool to help attract more sellers and even more buyers into their business. There's a lot of other great things that My Buyer Listing does. It's a great tool for agents to use as lead conversion. When you incorporate that into some of the other strategies that you're using, when you're on the phone, we've got a playbook that the agents get when they register,
Right.
and that walks you through the whole process and all the different strategies that you can use. But at the end of the day, it's about growing your business and really being able to control that lifestyle that you want to create. So, Bill, as we've gone around and been able to go into some different offices and educate agents about this new tool and system, about mybuyerlisting.com, once they grasp what this is all about, the typical response that we're getting out there, and it's been overwhelming, is, man, where has this been? Why didn't this exist before? And to be honest, I don't know why it hasn't been available before. I just know that agents are excited that it's available now. And so their very next question is, I love this. This is great. How do I get started? And the way it works is agents or buyers can go onto the website, create that unique buyer profile. All their information is confidential so that we can really protect the agent's lead, the agent's clients. And then they go on there, create that unique profile. Now sellers can go on the site, search those profiles, much like a buyer would search for homes on a traditional site. And this is a really cool change in thinking. It's a 180 from what we're used to. Then the next question they ask a lot of times is, well, what's to keep the agent from getting cut out of the deal? And because we built this for agents, we've built in that protection. This is a tool for agents. So the last thing we would do is cut them out. All the leads in this system, whenever there's a match identified, those are going to go directly to the agent. So the clients will never get put in direct contact. All the leads go right to the agent. So that's a great feature of the system.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and so an agent can either load the client themselves, or if you really want to leverage it, you can have the client make the profile, and they've got the opportunity to select their agent if they're registered on the site. They can share that link on Facebook, and all of a sudden you've got all your buyers out there doing marketing for you.
Yeah.
One of my favorite features of the
Oh
site.
yeah, we call it leverage, right, in the real estate business.
Absolutely. And rather than go through the whole system and explain to everybody exactly how every feature of the site works, we've actually got a playbook that we give to all the registered agents that takes them step by step, how to get started and how to implement it. It comes with email templates. It comes with different scripts that you want to use when you're on the phone, either lead generating or responding to matches or inquiries. And it's actually got a step-by-step checklist for how to implement this system. It's $10 a month, no monthly contract. So this is about as easy and secure of a process as you could possibly imagine. I always hated contracts as an agent, and we wanted to make sure that we're making this very simple, very low risk. Everybody says, well, how do I get started?
Right.
And the way to get started is just go to mybuyerlisting.com, click the For Real Estate Professionals link at the top of the screen, and it takes you about 3 minutes to get signed up.
Yep.
You could be loading your buyers into that system within 3 to 5 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
And when we look at that, that was the thing, because we're agents, right? We're just like you, and we know that if it's easy, it will get done. If it's complicated, obviously we don't want to do that. So we just encourage you to go in, sign up, use the system, give us some feedback, right? We're open to feedback on this thing because we've developed it for you, so we want to hear your feedback on this as things, and we're already in 2.0 build of this thing, of some new developments that we want to do with this, and we're constantly going to be working to make this better for all of us and for the industry, because the key of this is that we want to keep you as agents connected to your clients. We want to give you more sales and give you more time and get those clients happy so they keep referring, and it makes everybody's life a lot easier, right?
Yep. True win-win, and I think the key there too, Bill, is to use the system. It's like any system. If you don't put it to use,
Exactly.
It's not going to do much for you. But there's so many ways in that playbook for you to do that. They're so easy to use. You can just set this up with your buyers right in their buyer consultation, and they walk out the door. It's already done. They like we said, they can go share it on their Facebook. There's so many benefits to this system. Highly, highly encourage you to give it a shot. Your biggest risk is $10 a month because we went ahead and said, as agents, we didn't like monthly contracts.
Yep. Don't
So
tie
we
us
said
down.
there's no monthly contract. You'll get the playbook. They'll get access to the videos and strategies that we'll continually be putting out there for them to use, and they can get started immediately.
Yeah. So, we just ask for feedback. If you need to get a hold of us, there's a contact us link on our page. Hit that. You can email us that, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. But we would encourage you, it's new in the market. Don't be the ones that aren't using it because your competition will. We've already started to see that already in the bigger markets that we're already going into and sharing this with them. So on behalf of myself and Brian Inskip, we thank you, and we look forward to working with you